Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to give you a quick rundown or view of your different time display options on your Casio G-Shock QW345 watch. I like doing these videos, especially this one, in case there's somebody out there thinking about buying the watch and they want to get an idea of what are the values you can show on your watch face. First, let me say I love G-Shocks, but if you're really into this kind of thing, Garmin does a lot better job of giving you display option variables that you can change on your watch face. This one gives you a couple canned watch faces you can use. This is the default one. You can see I've got my month, my date, my day of the week, my time in the middle here, seconds, my battery indicator. Now all of the watch faces will have these little status icons. In the top right you can see I've got some cell phone notifications. In the bottom it's showing that I've got Bluetooth connected, and that heart is showing that I've got the heart rate sensor turned on. You'll see that in all of them. You cannot change the values that are shown here, and this is where I was saying that Garmin gives you more options. With your Garmin devices, you could basically go through, and if you don't want to see the month or the day, you can switch it and show something else like your barometric pressure or your altimeter, something like that. You can't really do that with this watch. That's the first watch face. If you don't like that one, you've got a display button. The top left button, when in your time mode, will act as your display button. You can simply click it and it'll toggle your display. The second display option that they give you is basically one for step tracking. You can see that it shows same information we saw before. I've got my time and date information down here at the bottom. Still have my seconds. It's just smaller. And then up top we have a graph here. I've got my battery level up top. It's showing me my current steps for the day as well as the previous 7 days. And then I'm not sure how well you'll see it. Unfortunately, I haven't been wearing the watch, so there's not a lot of historical information. But for the current day, you've got a graph for each day, you've got a graph that'll go up and show you what percentage of your goal did you hit for that day. And you can see for Monday, for me, it's a little bit colored differently because I've actually got some steps towards my goal for today. So if you like step tracking information, you could leave it on this display. Again, you can't change the values on here. It's always going to be set just like this. Press display again. The next one is going to be your training mode. So if you had just done a training activity, you would be able to look here. Again, you've got your time information, but up top you would have your VO2 max information as well as your resting recovery time value up here for your activity. So this is going to be more of an activity view. Press display again. You've got a monthly view. Now this is the only one that's a little bit customizable. And when I say little bit, I really mean that you can't change it on your watch. You have to go on the G-Shock Move app and you can change the values that are displaying here. You can see mine is showing distance. You can basically switch it. It's kind of this watch is really designed for runners, but you can basically toggle this between your run distance, your run time, or your altitude attained in a monthly period. And you'll see here that there's a line under 10. My current month is October, and then it shows you the previous 6 months before that. So the 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, those are correlating to the previous months. Again, it's kind of like the step information, but it's really more for running information, and it's showing you a monthly view. Press display again. Your next view is more of your heart rate view. This one I would think is probably pretty popular with a lot of people. I know the heart rate sensors on these devices is a pretty common thing that a lot of people are interested in. This one will show your time and date at the bottom, but up at the top you will see your current heart rate as well as your max heart rate for the day and your minimum heart rate for the day. And again, all of these are different than modes. So if you choose this display and you leave the watch on, whether you're wearing it or not, it will stay in this display mode for you so that when you glance at your watch, you have this information. It's different than your non-timer modes. Things like the barometric pressure or the altimeter, if you go into those modes, after so many minutes, it will kick you back to the time mode. Press it one more time, and your last view is basically your world time view. So you'll notice this one doesn't show any kind of activity tracking information. I've got my time and calendar information down here at the bottom. And then up top, I have my world time. So mine's set for Colombo, Sri Lanka. You can see the time, date information for Colombo up there. You can change and pick different world times using the watch, or again, you could use the G-Shock Move app on your cell phone to configure that. Those are your different views. If I press display one more time, it'll basically take me back to the original one I showed you. I hope that at least gives you a quick idea of the different time display options you've got on your G-Shock QW3475 watch. Thanks for watching.